EXO Auto Works. EXO Auto Works is Colorado Springs' home of the $50 synthetic blend oil change. Call now, 719-375-3232, or visit exoautoworks.com to make your appointment.
Madrid Maintenance. Madrid Maintenance offers excellent handyman service in the Colorado Springs area, starting at just $45 an hour. You can reach them by phone at 719-963-2020 or online at facebook.com/Madrid Maintenance.
Enharmonic Studios. Enharmonic Studios is a hybrid digital analog facility designed to be quality and affordable to anyone who wants to make history. Call today, 719-963-2020, or go to facebook.com/Enharmonic Studios.
From EXO Auto Works, streaming all over the world.
We're coming for you, globalist!
It's your weekly dose of toxic masculinity. With Eric Madrid and Trevor Lane. It's MANTOOLS.
Hello. Welcome back to another Thursday after evening, noon.
Or morning, I guess, if you're in the right part of the world.
Is the right part of the world if it's early ass in the morning on a Thursday?
Probably not.
Would it be? Oh,
No,
it would be Friday.
yeah.
There it is. Yeah. Sorry.
Over that state line there.
Yeah, but the world's flat, so
Well,
how does that work?
I don't know. And there's a firmament,
Yeah.
the dome. So, and of course, the Antarctic ring,
Yep. Yep. Where?
the ice wall. Yeah.
Yeah. But the polar bears are dying. They're not guarding the ice wall from oblivion, so some wary traveler is going to fall off the planet. If you want to fight me on that, there's a new app called Rumble where apparently I saw this thing says Rumble on it, and I realized it's a streaming platform.
Mm-hmm.
But I immediately went to, it's, where you can have mutual combat.
They had that a couple years ago. I don't remember what it was called, but they were billing it as the Tinder of fighting.
That'd be great.
You would match with some other bro and meet up and fight.
Nice.
And I guess fuck, I don't know.
I mean,
whatever.
That's what, maybe.
And then
that would be a weird cockfight. You were
and then-
training for 3 months, and then the guy asks you, "Where's your rooster?"
well,
You're
and
like,
then
"Wait."
obviously they it's illegal, so they got shut down.
I don't understand why it should be illegal.
Well, some states don't have mutual combat laws, which is dumb.
Yeah,
It
let's solve
if
a
you're
lot of
both-
problems.
You're both like I think Colorado is one of those states where you're both treated as perpetrators in assault and victims.
Yeah,
It's like, how can I be both? I don't know. It's weird. That's like a few years ago I got in an accident, and they said I was turning left and got T-boned, and it was one of those where it's a light, but it doesn't have a left turn arrow, or it didn't. I think it does now, and it was yellow, so I jammed it to get out of the way. And what did they call it? They said I violated his right of way, but then they also wrote him a ticket for running the light or something like that. And I'm like, well, if he had a red,
yeah.
he didn't have right of way.
So you got to go to the judge,
And that's what the cop was like. The judge will figure that all out. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. You're both in trouble.
Well, yeah.
Go away.
Right. So then you go to the judge and you figure out, make sure that he gets the ticket written first. That way, by time code, he broke the law first. There you go. That's how you get out of that one.
It was one of those where as soon as you walked in, I did go, but immediately the girl,
The plea deal?
immediately gives me some kind of deal that was like way better than what, like if they stick everything I could get, and I went, yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like,
I
a much
weaseled him.
smaller fine and no points, and I'm like, that sounds great.
Yeah. I weaseled him one time because I was doing 5 over in a school zone that was in a construction zone.
Oh, yeah.
In the work truck. Oops.
Yeah.
So I go in and they go, all right, we will not be giving plea deals to anyone who is in a construction zone, blah, blah, blah. Like, very adamant. Like, we were cracking down on that. So then you go in your little cubicle area.
Yep.
She's like, we're going to give you a plea deal. And I said, and then it was really shitty. It was a really shitty deal. And I go, a plea deal? But I thought he said you weren't getting plea deals for anyone in a construction zone. She's like, shut the fuck up. Come here.
Here's a better deal.
Here's $100. No points. Fuck off. I'm like, there you go. See you later.
Cool.
I was a dick.
That's awesome.
I know. I thought you said. Yeah, that was funny as fuck. She's like, wait. Oh, come here. Got out of it. So we're going to try something new tonight, ladies and germs. We are going to do this new cool thing that Trevor devised. He spent a lot of time on it. He had to get out his crayons.
Yes. We're
and his sextant and his protractor and his other weapons of math instruction
and a compass and so instead of
some JavaScript.
I have to be honest, I'm stealing this from another show. Instead of
bro, this whole thing is stolen from Johnny Carson.
Well, yeah,
Craig Ferguson.
Instead of going in our normal order of topics, we're gonna let fate decide
if we crack beers
or fortune, I guess.
If we were Jewish and didn't want to see each other and stayed in our own apartments in different boroughs, we'd be Boozer Daddy.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So
Seinfeld's not my hero. Sorry, Alan.
We're gonna spin the wheel of
topics. News.
And it landed on
well, that's what we're doing.
All right, so we're going with news.
Oh my God.
Cool. What a change of pace.
Yeah. Change of pace, folks. I stole
I gotta refresh it.
I stole one of these for the GF's daughter's graduation. And because they were doing yard twister, and I got to call it out, and it just kept landing on right leg red every time. I was like, I'm just gonna make shit up.
Okay. All right. Well.
So when it lands on news again, we're doing it again.
Well, it removes topics, so each time you land on one, it removes it, brings it out of the rotation.
You did really good on this.
Thank you. All right. We'll do some news.
We should parody his show one of these times. He was our most funnest guest ever.
He was fun. He was a lot of fun. Why does that look weird?
Well.
Oh, I know why.
Maybe.
No, maybe not. I don't know. The shot's being cut off for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on there. Anyways, as you're about to see when we go through these news stories, it pays to be prepared. And a great way to be prepared. Yeah, it's not zoomed in weird or anything. All right. A great way to be prepared is, oh, you know what? I know what it's doing. There we go. Great way to be prepared. Sorry, this is what happens when you produce and talk on the show. Is to have some emergency food. And the best place to get that food is from Valley Food Storage. So you should go to prepare.mantoolsmedia.com or use that little QR code down there and get yourself some food. You might need it.
Bucket of meat.
Yes,
that stuff's good for up to like 10 years.
25 years.
25 years.
25
I figured
years.
the bucket of meat was only good for 10 years.
No, I'm pretty sure it's all 25 years. Yeah.
Delicious.
It's amazing. Yeah, so while your neighbors are out scrounging and murdering each other, you can have a nice hot
freeze-dried meal.
Cheesy broccoli and rice or, something like that.
I wonder, here's the only thing. I haven't ordered yet. I need to for camping for the season, but camping kind of got fucked off because the truck blew up. I need to figure out if they've got the Kool-Aid packets in there.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
You know what I
haven't
mean?
I haven't looked that.
Remember the
deeply into
MREs?
kit, but
You know.
yeah,
Yeah. Get
Yeah.
your Kool-Aid pack, your Ross's peanut butter cup. Reasonably similar but legally distinguishable from.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting on with the news here.
Yeah. Our first story comes out of Richmond, Virginia, where a lady, this is pretty cool, is launching a group to help men who are trapped in abusive relationships. And of course, she's taking flack.
Of course.
And Ashley says, don't drink the Kool-Aid.
No, bro. All the Kool-Aid. What's up, Gil?
Latoya Barrington is preparing to launch the Good Guy to help men stuck in abusive relationships. Let's see. She's talked openly about her own domestic abuse in the past, but she's putting together the Good Guy based on the premise that not all men are bad and that women can most definitely be the toxic ones in relationships. She hopes to advocate for men's parental rights, divorce rights, and more support for first-time dads. Barrington said she spent some of the summer helping male friends navigate their way out of damaging marriages and relationships, often discovering a distinct dearth of resources either available or adequate to deal with the situation. Which is, I think this is great.
There's
There's a lot of attention paid to...
And a lot of resources and a lot of money goes towards facilities for women. Mm-hmm. And there's relatively nothing for men. Because let's be real, the bar is not a healthy therapist.
No.
It's not. It's just not the place to actually get help.
So, I applaud you, Miss Barrington. That's great. Good shit. Up next, in a kind of related thing, you've heard of the actor Armie Hammer. Well, he was accused of rape, and of course, the typical hashtags believe all women, and he's a piece of shit, kind of like Johnny Depp a little while back, went up. And to everyone's chagrin, there's not enough evidence to actually charge him. So the district attorney in LA is having to drop the case. And of course, this is another one where, like, the ex-girlfriend makes the accusation at the end of the statute of limitations, and there's no evidence. You know, there's obviously no DNA. If I'm not mistaken, that might be a different case. But I read recently about a case where the victim said this guy anally raped her. And then, so I was at his house after that, and it's like, what? Well, yeah. I mean, we still hung out. It's like, what?
What did Bill Burr say? No doesn't mean no. Unless you get a bad read in court.
Yeah. So,
Well,
and then
the only thing I'd be interested in now is if that he countersues her or the DA goes after her for.
considering it's out of LA, they're definitely not going to go after her because that's a big, you can't blame the victim. Well, it turns out she's not a victim. Yeah, but victim. Okay. But yeah, he.
So he's been under. It was brought to their attention in 2021 when they broke up, but this was accused of happening in 2017.
Correct.
Okay. Let's just say this, ladies. Let's just flip this for 1 second and play devil's advocate. If she's telling the truth and the whole truth, I just want to tell all the ladies out there, if this happens to you, don't hang out at the house the next day. Go deal with it. Go get it taken care of.
Yeah, go to law enforcement right
Go to law enforcement right away.
when evidence can be gathered.
That's right. And because the only way, if, again, playing devil's advocate, if you were assaulted, then that guy needs to get locked up and he doesn't get to play anymore. End of story. Well, oftentimes what happens is this, and this is what we're seeing in the news a lot lately, is waited until, he didn't pay for dinner that night, and now I'm pissed off. Now I'm going to bring this up. Because women are plumbers.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely are. They know how to bring up old shit.
That is correct. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and what's sad is like he points out, I look forward to beginning what will be a long and difficult process of putting my life back together now that my name is cleared. And by the way, in Hollywood, he probably won't get his life back together. He certainly won't be in the kind of projects that he was able to be in.
That he would have been in soon if his career weren't interrupted by.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now the flip is, he might be able to, like Depp, turn around and say, "You cost me this much income."
Mm-hmm. The thing is, though, I don't know that. I don't know who Effie Angel Love is. You know what I mean?
I don't either.
I don't know if she's also a prominent.
Yeah, if there's any
medium,
money to be gotten from her.
right?
Let's see if there's a picture of her.
Or
Here. Of course, all the Instagram shit doesn't print for some reason on this thing.
yeah, that's fine.
All right, well, apparently not. I'm sure she's gorgeous.
Here, scroll down. I don't see this dude. I don't know him from anything.
He's most famous for playing the Lone Ranger in the one where Johnny Depp
With Johnny Depp.
played Tonto.
Yeah, Henry Cavill would have done it better.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yep.
Next.
All right. Arkansas finally has codified, however you say that, through a bill that medical marijuana patients do not lose their gun rights. This has been an issue because under federal law, of course, marijuana use is still a crime. So many states just go along with the feds and say, well, that's illegal. You've now broken a federal law. You can't have a gun.
With an illegal drug.
Yeah. And Arkansas went, no. I don't know if Arkansas has recreational legal as well, but at least for medical marijuana patients, it is no longer an issue for you getting a gun.
Go Arkansas.
Which is good. That's awesome. Love
Because
it.
when was the last time you saw a bunch of stoners have an armed robbery?
Pretty much never.
You know what they do? They form a drum circle. They don't go on a robbing spree.
You want to go rob the store, man?
We should write a song about that, bro.
Maybe tomorrow.
They fall asleep watching movies with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yep. This is alarming. A watchdog group that keeps track of spending and waste on the part of the government says that the federal government has wasted $3 trillion on improper payments in the past 20 years. And as this points out, that's trillion with a T. I'm surprised in the past 20 years that it's only $3 trillion.
I know, right?
To be honest.
Right? Like, it's only 3? Thought that would be in the double digits.
Let's see. OpenTheBooks.com, a watchdog group, tracked the government's reports dating back to 2004 and tallied up the damage adjusting for inflation. They found that things grew worse during the pandemic. No shit. With massive rates of improper payments. And I think what they mean by that is like somebody that shouldn't be getting something and does. Health and Human Services was the worst agency, with Medicaid accounting for $80.5 billion in bogus payments, and Medicare tallying another $46.3 billion. That's why anytime they're like, so and so is going to cut it, I'm like, good.
Yeah. Now,
you could do massive cuts just by making sure that everyone that's being paid is legitimately supposed to be getting it.
You're not paying $400 for a Band-Aid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the visit, just the Band-Aid, the line item. Crutches or what? if Gil's still watching, dude, they charged his dad something like $500-$600 for crutches, and then they gave them to him every time he left the hospital. So like 10 pairs of fucking crutches. Yeah. And oh no, don't worry about it. We'll just put it on the bill. And they billed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's wild. So all told, Medicare and Medicaid paid out last year more than 126 billion in payments that should not have gone out.
And those medical billers, they just keep sending the bill even though you paid it.
Oh yeah,
And just hoping that you'll pay it
You'll
again.
pay it again.
Yeah.
Don't realize it.
So they just maybe.
Especially to Uncle Sam, they don't give a shit.
They don't give a
As far as
shit.
they're concerned, those pockets are endless.
Yeah. So they'll bill it 4 or 5 times. Probably get paid 4 or 5 times on it.
Yep.
Needs to be some accountability. Oh my God, Gil. Yeah, he says he still has some. Anybody need a pair of crutches? Only $300. You're getting them at a loss.
You're losing money on those, Ash.
Yeah, dude. That kind of shit pisses me off pretty bad.
Yep.
Speaking of Band-Aid, I should have charged my worker, $80 for a Band-Aid. Motherfucker, I said, we're mowing lawns, it's too high. I'm like, hey, empty the bag. He fucking opens the thing, reaches in there, and pushes it back. Ting! Dude, I was like,
While it's running?
fuck!
While it's running.
Yeah. I was like, empty the bag. Huh? He just didn't want to run all the way up front. He thought he could just push it back.
Jesus.
Wow. And then he just got his,
bananas.
it just fucking got his 2 nails.
Ooh.
Like,
So lucky.
Dude, I was like, oh my God, he's going to be fucking nubbing.
Well, I have no idea if this story is true, but it wouldn't surprise me. Supposedly, the reason you don't see lawn boy lawnmowers anymore is that back in like the 80s when they were around, there was no requirement to put any of those warnings about like not removing any of the safety equipment.
Sure, yeah.
And the story goes, again, I have no idea if this is true, but I don't.
He is a
this
guitar
past
player.
anything.
He's screwed for the next like 3 weeks.
Supposedly, some guy had a bunch of hedges, and he went, you know what?
Yep.
You know what to make short work of this? If I could take the guards off of my lawnmower and just have an engine swinging a blade, and he did, and cut his legs off or whatever horribleness, and then they got sued into oblivion because they never. And now, of course, every brand has bright colored writing everywhere that says, "Do not remove any of the safety devices."
And the thing is, too, I mean, it's not going to stop fingers, like you shouldn't put your hand in there, but the blade does have like a pressure switch. So if you hit too much grass or a rock or a fucking pine
off,
cone,
yeah.
and mine shuts down. So it only nipped him, and it could have kept, I don't know, man. It could have swung harder on the second round before he got his hand out of there.
Oh, MC3 out there getting work done. Mowed 3 lawns last night.
Yeah? Nice. Nice. Oh, I can't see
That's a
it.
good teenage job.
It really is. I mean,
Preteen, whatever, you know what I mean.
burglars.
Someone throwing keys, I guess.
Yeah, throwing keys. You got some work, Cone. Dude, I hate fucking mowing lawns, but everybody wants it done, and they don't want to do it. So I'm like, all right, I started out at like 45. Now I'm up to like 80 for a lawn.
Jesus.
Yeah, and
I
cool.
remember getting $10.
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember getting my ass whipped if I didn't mow the lawn.
No, this wasn't for our lawn. This was for if I mowed the neighbors.
Yeah,
our
$5
lawn was given.
$5.
But if I went down the road and asked the neighbors, I could get away with $10. And that was about it.
Yeah.
Unless someone had a giant, if they had like an acre.
You remember when you came down? You stayed with us at the house and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little old people next to us. They had us mow, my brothers and I mow theirs. All that whole block, just every Saturday, I think was just that was gas money
And then my we had an elderly neighbor who used to pay me, my mom, and he told me he couldn't afford it anymore, so stop coming.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. And so he was out there doing it, and my mom's like, "You better get your fucking ass over there." And my mom like never cusses.
Oh, I know.
And mow his lawn. I'm like, "But he can't pay me." She's like, "I don't give a shit if he can pay you.
Get over there." Yeah, Cone. Well, he's got to be 18, and so he can enter into a legally binding contract so that he's an independent contractor and gets 1099.
Yeah.
And he's a sub, so he has to carry his own insurance. Yeah, I'm a shyster when it comes to that.
Well,
back to the news.
That brings us to my favorite.
Oh
story.
yes, dun 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 dun. That had to do with aliens.
One of them did,
One of
yeah.
them did.
And maybe the new one does. I don't know.
I don't know. We're gonna go see it though.
So, hang on. Was there not a video? There should be a video.
There's no video.
Here we go.
Video.
Here we go. I want to do the video first. I got a little time code, so I know where the good stuff starts.
Something in the sky. It's almost midnight on May 1st when a Las
we're
Vegas
going aliens.
police officer's body cam catches this.
This is out of Las Vegas, in case you haven't heard about it this past week.
Something flashing low in the sky.
911 emergency.
Minutes later,
there's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
someone calls 911 reporting two large figures in their backyard.
No, I'm still nervous right now.
The 8 News Now investigators obtaining another officer's video as he's sent to the Northwest Valley home.
I have butterflies, bro. Everyone saw a shooting star, then these people...
All right, we're not going to play the whole news thing, but there's some weirdness going on. So the government's line is that was an artillery illumination round fired from...
swamp gas, Venus.
Fired from, I guess, Nellis Air Force Base, but there's, again, that's an Air Force Base, so they don't do artillery. Also, artillery rounds don't do that, the illumination rounds. The whole point is to illuminate stuff, so having it just fly by isn't helpful.
Yeah.
Those things go up, and they have a parachute.
And then they hover down.
So it pops and ignites, and the parachute makes it float down nice and slow, so it illuminates this ground below it.
Yeah, so you
for
can
as long as possible.
So you can walk around and get through, or see where Charlie is.
So that definitely is not an illumination round. Also, the other weird thing is, they have body cam video, like we kind of started seeing, and right when they get to the yard in question, it goes black, and the department says that it's because it would be filming on private property without their permission. And it's like, when has that stopped you?
Yeah, when has it ever stopped you? Ever.
Also, didn't they call you?
Yep.
So I don't think it's without permission.
No, I'm sure we can look up any of those watchdog groups and say, no. Anytime the police are involved, it should be recorded at all times. And
well, it's not that it wasn't recorded; it's that they won't put it out to the public because it's that guy's private property. Right, but
unless
also if the guy saw what he saw, wouldn't he want it out in the public?
That guy's in a fucking concrete block right now. Like he's in a
rubber room.
He's in a rubber room somewhere, full of lithium. They're like, he was crazy. Sorry.
And then now there's a whistleblower in this case, who claims that that was an alien spacecraft of some kind, and that it distorted space and time. And what he means by distorting space was kind of like the TARDIS. Inside, I don't know how he got inside, but it was as big as a football stadium, despite only being 30 feet across on the outside. And then he was in there for what seemed like a minute and came out, and his friends were like, "Holy shit, you were gone for 4 hours." 4 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but wait. This was at the yard?
Yeah. He supposedly went inside of the spacecraft.
But
which also, like, wouldn't they have done all of this, the bulldozer and stuff by then?
Yeah.
He's talking about. So I'm not sure. I find this whistleblower pretty dubious. But The government story definitely isn't washing.
Yeah.
That is not an artillery illumination round.
Not only that, but let's just be real. When you're taking videos of your food at dinner and you have your camera out all the time, where's all this footage on the tiki-talkies? On everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm dubious about any of this because, I mean, we all have our phone. Well, I don't. But most of us have our phones all the time. When you're on it all the time and you're videoing everything.
Well, and you know what? Let's say it's not aliens or anything like that. The question becomes, though, still, what are they hiding? Like, why, if it's something innocuous and safe, why are they saying, oh, no, it's an illumination round? Okay, I know what artillery illumination rounds look like, and they don't look like that.
Nope. Well, why did they send a $40 million satellite and crash into an asteroid to knock it off trajectory? Not for fun.
Right. Yeah.
Because we don't do anything We don't do anything preemptive except maybe oil changes, and even then, everything's reactionary. So
I don't know, man.
Look, I'm just saying.
Wild.
Saying.
Well, that brings us to the end of the news. So let's see what our next topic is.
News.
All right, back to the wheel
of topics. Love the sound.
Sports. All right, let's get into some sports.
That's super fun.
But
did I send you this one?
I've seen it a couple of times.
So good. So good.
Before we get into sports, of course, we need to acknowledge our awesome new beard sponsor, the Bearded Veterans Club. Now, despite the name, you don't have to join a club, and you don't have to be a veteran.
You don't even have to have a beard.
You don't.
They
got a mustache.
They got stuff to help you
got a
grow
goatee.
beards.
They have vitamins to help you grow beards. Of course, all kinds of good beard wash, beard oils, beard balms, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Get you nice and silky and soft and manageable.
Right?
Yeah.
Fun fact, you can use that on your gorilla salad too.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, check them out by going to beard.mantoolsmedia.com. Or if you're watching this video, you can use that little QR code down over next to Eric.
Clickety clicky.
This is amazing. Consummate professional here. Mr. Sterling of is he with the Yankees or the Mets? One of the New York.
He's from
teams.
New York.
Yeah. They get upset if you get it wrong.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Don't care. This guy's awesome.
Maybe I have it in the script. Yankees announcer John Sterling. So well, we'll just show it.
Yeah.
Now the 3-2 swung on, a pop foul back here.
Ow! 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 Got him.
Got him right in the
right in the face.
Holy shit.
It really hit me. I didn't know it was coming back that far. So once again, it'll be a 3-2.
Right back
and Holmes ready to deal. A ground ball to third.
On.
Donaldson squares, throws to first in time. Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win. You know, that foul ball actually hit me. It kind of glanced off my forehead.
God.
So I took one for the team.
Okay, John. My star of the game is Kyle Higashioka, who wants.
Got right, the dude. He's got a nogginer right there.
Man, and what a pro. Just, like, yeah, it hurt. Keep doing my job. What's a whack to the noggin among friends? All right, and then our other sports story, four-time, I think he's a four-time world's strongest man, Brian Shaw announced after this year's contest that he is retiring.
Jesus, Murphy.
Thank you, Brian! 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 Thank you, Brian!
So we're 4 stones at a time of 48.49 seconds. Give it up for Luke Stoltman!
Come on, don't boo
And
the
with
guy.
4 stones
I mean, I know
in a time of 35.88. The new leader on the Atlas Stones, Brian Shaw!
You guys just a beef.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, who wants to hear from Brian Shaw and Luke Stoltman? Gentlemen, first of all, I'll come to Luke. Turn around this way, big man. Luke, first of all, how did your World's Strongest Man final go this year?
I'm top 10 in the world as far as he's an absolute hero.
Brian Shaw, strongest man, the athletes, the...
I feel the love. I'll say that.
What do you do
Brian,
after you
it's
retire?
been a heck of a ride. You've
Coach?
taken this sport all the way through over the past 15, 16 years, from where it was back, you know, in 2007,
Commentary and
2008,
announcing on events.
to where it is now. Look at this crowd. As you said before, we used to get guys to budge into shot to do things, and now you can't get people out of the way. This is incredible, and a lot of it is down to you, big man. What are your thoughts having retired from World's Strongest Man?
You know, I wasn't envisioning it ending like this, but you know, that's why you compete, man. That's why you compete. I've battled a lot of adversity in my career to get to this point, and you know, the longevity is there. I envision this moment being different, but you know what? I've given everything that I possibly could, and I've got a lot of goals and things to achieve, and you know, I think that I can truly still get back to the sport in a lot of other ways that I think you all are seeing as well. I mean, it's been a heck of a ride as an athlete. I'm so thankful for everybody that's been a part of it. You know, it's so many people over the years that have helped me out. So many people at this contest, my family. You know, I got my boys and my wife sitting right over there. I'm a lucky man. I'm a very, very lucky man. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all of it. I'm grateful for each and every one of you that's been a part of it in some way, shape, or form. So many of you have told me stories, shared with me different things, and you know, I feel very fortunate to have competed on this platform, but to hopefully have inspired so many other people in different ways to go out and be great, you know, because that's what it's all about to me. It's what I've always tried to do. It's what I've always tried to share, and it's been fun, man. It's been fun. I love all of you so much, and go out and be great. We love you too, Brian.
All right.
Yep. Well,
End
of an era. Probably retired to his ranch. Or is it Gunnison?
He lives in Fort Lupton, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but doesn't he have a ranch up in Gunnison?
He might. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where he just lifts cows.
Fucking cows. Give me milk.
Brian, we got a cow that won't move. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What a guy.
No, the other thing he could do, because he has done it. He has his own contest every year, the Brian Shaw Invitational or whatever he calls it. And last year, this had to be, it's a first. He could actually design like new events because he came up with this idea to do a car leg press. Which you've seen the car deadlift where they lift like one end of the car. Yeah. He was like, but what about a whole car?
What about a whole car?
So, it's a leg press machine that had a car on it.
Yeah.
And the athletes were just like, whoop.
That'd be so much fun.
So, yeah, there's plenty for him, him to do. So,
congratulations on an illustrious career.
Yeah, absolutely. End of an era, though. All right, let's see what our next topic is, shall we?
Wheel of Topics.
All right, Tool of the Week. Do we have one? Not all of these are necessarily filled with stories. Let's see. We do have a Tool of the Week. Or a couple. But I think first we're going to take a little break and get our bills paid. And then we'll come back with the Tool of the Week. Or Tools of the Week, as it were. So stay tuned.
On my way over here, my brakes made an awful noise. And the last time I got them done, it was so expensive.
You should go to EXO Auto Works. They did a great job on mine and it was way cheaper than anywhere else I've been.
That sounds great. I need to get their number from you.
At EXO Auto Works, we offer the best price on brake service in town. We include brand new brake pads, rotors, and hardware, which saves you money and gets you on the road faster. See our website for a full list of our services. Call EXO Auto Works today.
Thinking of the holidays? Think bang bang. That's hot. Think boom boom. We have a huge selection of 500 grams to light up your sky. That's hot.
Hot? Buy one, get 3 free. Now that's hot.
Come see the Bang Bang Lady on 431 South, just 8 miles south of the 280 bypass.
How cool, how hot. Come see Boom Boom for your...
Right. Besides being brought to you by the Bang Bang Boom Boom Fireworks Store, Tools of the Week this week are brought to you by ACME Tools. ACME Tools is awesome. Oh, they have a Father's Day sale going on right now, so make sure you check that out. Some really good deals. Go to acmetools.mantoolsmedia.com or use that little QR code over there if you're watching the video again, like I said.
I just ordered some killer, those diamond blades you see for the cutting wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's so cheap.
Awesome.
If they work at all like they claim, my life's gonna be a lot easier.
All right. Well, with Tools of the Week, we start off with this bitch.
No holds barred from Trevor.
No. I'll let her say what she has to say, and then we can discuss.
Do you want to know one of the saddest realizations I recently had? Was that as a liberal woman, it is really hard to find a man who is willing to play the more traditional masculine role in the relationship in today's day and age, who is not a conservative.
Yes, because what you just defined as a conservative, they're conserving the culture.
Okay.
That's the whole thing behind conservatism.
Okay. She done?
No, she goes on for another 40 seconds.
A man who wants to pay on the first date, who wants to open your door, who has that want and desire to take care of you and to provide, who is not a conservative. And obviously as
as a liberal woman. In other words,
liberal
I've been
woman,
ran
I do want
through.
to be respected for my independence, and I do want to have my own autonomy in the relationship.
You want to have your fucking cake and eat it too.
Mm-hmm. I don't think as a traditional conservative-ish relationship person, and I know you are, does your old lady not have autonomy in the relationship?
Sure, yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Read between the lines, folks.
And not be confined or conform to the traditional female homemaker childbearing role. And most of the men that I've dated who do have that more natural provider masculinity about them are normally conservative.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the problem?
They definitely do, because fiscally they're probably making their own money and don't like being taxed to death.
Fair point.
And then like all these things you're talking about are what especially with what she's talking about, the feminist, which is a liberal movement, fought against conservatives to change.
Okay. I don't understand.
So I don't really know what to do because I don't want to compromise my morals and values just to find a man.
Hold on.
Am I asking to have my cake and eat it too?
Yes.
No.
Yes, you are.
I called it. And I hadn't watched this video, by the way.
Called it. Yes, you are. You are definitely asking. What you're saying is you are not willing to compromise. So you're asking him to compromise everything.
Yeah, you want. Well, first of all, let me point this out. To her, a conservative man is probably anyone to the left of Mao, or I mean to the right of Mao. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
First off,
wow.
I'm not exactly sure what her definition of conservative is, but it's probably anybody that's not just a diehard fucking bleeds blue liberal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. How about meet in the middle of the road? How about have that conversation of like, I don't want to have kids. Well, then find somebody who's doesn't want to have kids, or work on that. I don't want to be the one to stay home and do the cooking and cleaning, whatever. Cool. Well, you got a job. I got a job. This account right here goes to for the maid service.
Right.
What's the problem?
Well, I think the problem comes in where she says all of that, and then the dudes that match with her are all are all liberal.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
sure.
I mean, all the liberal dudes that match with her fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're like,
and when she wants the traditional masculine guy, that's like that's not.
It's not how.
That's a more conservative dude.
Right. This is why I must have so many problems.
Like, yeah,
definitely in the middle of the road. I'm such a salad bar person when it comes to this stuff. Like, no, would really like to have a traditional monogamous situation. This polyethically non-monogamous, all this stuff that gets thrown around. Like no, that's fine. Do what you want to do. It's a free country. It's just not
for you.
Not here.
Yeah, gotcha.
Not doesn't work. I do like holding doors. I do like paying on the dates. I sent you that one. Did I send that one to you? When she pays for the date?
We got it. Yeah. we got it later.
That's gonna be a good one.
That's in our cool stuff. Whenever the wheel,
it is.
The wheel gets us to.
So
that.
we'll touch on that one. Yeah. What happens when she pays? Like, I don't want you to pay. You don't have to. Like, but the point is, particularly in the situationship that I'm in, is that you got your own bills to pay. We don't cohabitate. So.
Right.
Hey, I invite. Guess what? I'm paying for the fucking trip.
I think that's what makes sense.
That makes sense to me.
If I asked you, hey, you want to go to this thing?
I want to go to this thing. I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
I want to go to Florida. Let's go.
Right. Yeah.
I don't want to hear, I don't have the money. Well, you have some pocket money. Just fucking do that.
Right.
I didn't ask you for money. If she's like, I want to go to the mountains. Guess what?
You're driving.
Yeah. No, I'm driving. Fuck off. I'm driving. We're taking your car, but I'm driving. See, there's the compromise.
There
Works
go.
out really well.
There's the compromise.
So we don't get in an accident, and we don't put miles on my truck. It works out great.
Well, our next tool of the week is San Isordo. Is that what that says on that side?
What the fuck?
So they have a priority lane at the DMV, like a lot of places do, where, some things that make sense. Senior citizen.
Check. No
pregnant
problem.
woman. All
Yep.
right. Person with disability.
Absolutely.
And then LGBTQ. Why?
Because it's a disability.
Well, they are, as I've said, they are schizophrenic. They have a split.
It's a fucking
with reality.
joke. It's a fucking joke. But remember what I said 2 weeks ago? All the hard fought and won, I wouldn't call them rights, but privileges.
Freedoms.
Yeah. Because we don't have fucking freedom in this country, we have privilege. And if you argue with me, any of you out there, go to the DMV and try to get a driver's license.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a right. It's a privilege. I digress. It's becoming a joke. Remember when I said that?
Yeah.
All the hard fought and won battles by
Yep.
Aunt Frank,
And Helen Keller.
and Helen Keller. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God, Gil said that woman probably hangs out with the butt rapist afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. She's oh man.
Yep. Let's see this one. So the headline there is, I'm a mom who flies in business class while my family stays in economy. We see it as a lesson on feminism.
I see it as a smart mom who didn't want to deal with her fucking kids.
Sure. Yes. But I think the point is she saddles the husband with that while she sits up and, probably after he paid for the trip.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, I will say this. Here's what I could see. Mom and dad up in first class and kids you're in coach, you better fucking behave.
You better behave or the Sky Marshal's going to shoot you in the face. I'd have been a great parent.
Yeah. But when Carolyn and I went to Vegas on our honeymoon, there was a dude who, what a piece of shit. He was in first class and his wife and little boy were down in coach. And yep, it was kind of all right.
Bro.
And he had that air of like, just, yep, this is how I roll.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't want to judge too far, but, not quite, if she steps out of line, there's problems.
I was gonna
you know
say,
what I mean? But it's close to that. Not like hitting. I think it's more cool. Well, get out.
Mm-hmm.
I pay for everything. I have the money.
She's yeah.
He seemed well off enough too that like, and I'm judging a lot of this book by the cover. I'll admit, but it's it struck me as a very like he's well off. There's probably an airtight prenup. You know what I mean?
She knows where her bread's buttered and she keeps her mouth
Yep.
shut because
Yep.
she doesn't want to be out on her ass because he'll just do it.
Yep.
Yeah, that is definitely going the other far the other way.
Yeah. Definitely. And then Ash says,
I did realize something.
Husband puts wife. I can't read all of that.
Yeah.
So I gotta move it. Husband puts wife in business class so he doesn't have to sit with her. It makes her think it's her idea.
Nice. Gil for the win. That's right. Thinking outside the box.
Well, except then I assume he's stuck with the children. And
Yeah,
if
but
you've ever flown with children.
Yeah, but dude, dads are fun.
Yeah, and again, I don't know. Maybe it says I don't really want to read the whole article, but
No, but I don't know. I'm an uncle, so I have way more fun because
the kids are age 5 and 7. They can behave for the most part.
And he can be rowdy with them, and then they fall asleep because he gives them a little shot of whiskey and some
But I don't get
melatonin, and
we see it as a lesson in feminism.
She sees it as a lesson in feminism.
Yeah,
because it was his idea. Oh, that's a good one. Makes it like it was her idea.
Well, and then you have a tool from across the pond. This is just bananas. Like, yeah.
What the hell is Karen doing? What? You alright there, love?
Do you know what you're doing here with your engine idling?
No, what?
You are polluting the atmosphere.
Really?
You're just sitting here without a care of the world, with your engine running,
Okay.
and you don't care who you're polluting here.
Okay,
There
really?
are lots of kids live around here, you know.
What is that so?
So first off, so what?
So what?
But also watch how ridiculous this is here in a second.
I don't see any kids here.
Well, they're not here at the moment, but they're living in these flats. You know, the
Okay.
fumes from this car are going in.
Hang on, I think we missed it.
Fumes from this, but they're living in these flats.
I don't see any kids here.
Oh, you can't see it in the shot. It's a Tesla.
Yeah.
He went up to the steering wheel to show the T.
Oh, wait,
there you go.
There it is.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, you do know that like, this car's electric, right?
Ha ha ha. Yeah. You try and fob me off like that.
No,
It's
I'm
an
not fobbing
electric
anyone
car.
So I don't get the idling either because Teslas don't idle.
Yeah. You can kind of hear them running when they're on. Like,
oh, can you? I thought they were pretty quiet. That's about it. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it sounds like it's. They sound like, you know, like when you're trying to, when your fan, like by August, when your fan in your house, in your room, you know, starts to die, and it's like
That's probably all it is. It's probably stuff that has to cool, so there's a fan blowing. Yeah. Okay.
How is it a crime?
Because you are
define crime.
nasty emissions of poison.
Like, okay, it wouldn't surprise me if that is a crime in the UK, but as far as I know, it's not. Which is this guy's like, what law?
What law?
Crime means it's a law. What law? And she seems to think she can just call the cops and they'll
call the cops,
handle stuff.
Oh my God! Please call the cops.
I think she already did.
Well, really?
You shouldn't be allowed.
Am I really?
Yes,
I think
you
the-
are
I
really.
think the- I think
really. As you live and breathe, as you're talking to me now, you are sitting there with your engine running.
And you're sat there with a hat.
Atmosphere.
And you're sitting there, and you're standing over there with a hat on. I'm not complaining about that, am I?
Well, that might be a crime against fashion, but it's certainly not a crime as in the police are going to get me, are they?
Okay, so what? You're going to call the police because I'm just sat in my car?
You're sat in your car with your engine running. If you were sat in the car with your engine off, like, I wouldn't say anything about it.
But look, it's an electric car, though.
Oh my God! This woman.
Yeah. All right. I mean, it's obvious why she's a tool.
You know what I do like about the Brits, and I've started to just do this and get away with it horribly. I just call everybody love. Not a he, not she, not they, not them, not nothing.
And the thing I've latched onto is calling everybody a cunt. They say that word like it's going out of style.
Yeah, they do.
I love it. It's one of my favorite words.
So yeah, I've been getting away with that pretty easily. You know, and nobody cares. Nobody cares.
All right, let's see what comes up next on
the wheel of topics. That'll work.
We don't have any.
And spin again on the wheel of topics.
Cool stuff. All right.
Sort of almost in the same order.
It's pretty close. I don't know how that worked out, but all right.
Serendipitous happenstance. We got to look at that. Okay, we touched on this topic a little bit earlier about traditional masculine men, and here's what happens to those bearded legends.
Well, and of course, everyone in this should take some kratom.
Yeah, before watching
Top
this,
extracts.
hit the top extracts, get some
Go
kratom.
to kratom.mantoolsmedia.com or click that little QR code.
Bro, I did the honey stick this afternoon.
Oh yeah,
my headache was so fucking bad.
I've been putting the powder in my pre-workout. Because the low dose, like we talked about, gives you a little energy, and any dose kind of relieves some pain. So it's been like a huge, like, I can do one more rep when I do my workouts. And then the day after, I put a little bit in my morning protein shake, and it's like, I'm not as sore.
All right, low dose and micro dose some kratom every morning next week to give you guys I'm going to do it because Trevor saw when I came up the stairs, all the snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah.
Pretty much every joint, pretty much every tendon and ligament is fucked off except maybe my eyeballs. Anyway, this is what happened when us bearded legends, and she says, I want to pay.
Hey, I got this.
You get the jar open. Nope.
The towel.
She opens the car.
Bam. Notice he's wearing flip flops and she's wearing boots.
No.
Yep. It went all out.
And then we have this reaction to the passing of a seatbelt ordinance in 1984 in Michigan.
I want to preface this by saying this was the beginning of the taking away your rights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Modern times.
Yes.
Modern times.
Yeah. Well, this was probably the beginning of taking away rights for safety.
There it is. For your safety.
For your safety.
For your safety.
We only have your safety in mind.
Your safety in mind.
Everybody in Richland Village, Michigan gathers at the Parkview to talk about the burning issues of the day. These days, there is only one.
I think everybody's in too much shock to explain it.
It is the new seatbelt ordinance. If the town council gets its way, seatbelts will be mandatory for everybody riding in the front seat of a car through Richland.
I'll have to detour the town to get to Kalamazoo. If they pass a seatbelt ordinance, I don't use a seatbelt.
I wouldn't wear my seatbelt. If I get caught, I get caught, I guess.
The Richland Village Council meets one night each month, and hardly anyone but the council ever attends these meetings, which may be why so many people were so shocked when they read in a local paper that the council had unanimously requested an ordinance the community is almost unanimously opposed to. For such a small town, 1 mile
That was a
square,
backhanded thing on the
435
community.
people,
Mhm.
Richland gets lots of traffic, though nobody can remember the last time there was a
Look at
serious
those
accident.
cars. Oh my God.
If everybody
They're
has
great.
to buckle up or pay a $10 fine, businessmen
A
say
$10
they'll stop and shop and get their haircut somewhere else.
Well, you figure, what's a haircut cost now?
Don't put your seatbelt on and you move a little bit further up.
20
I
at
stop
least.
here behind you and I
Used to be a
move,
buck.
the corner
Yep.
quick to go to the hardware store and I don't have the seatbelt on. All of a sudden somebody sees me, says that cost you $10. Why bother?
I think many of them are mad enough about it so that they're not going to run the risk of a ticket.
A movie was maybe
Wow.
$2.
Yeah.
Haircuts like $2, $2.50.
Yeah.
So.
Well, then finally we have this.
Oh, dude. I
going
just-
on a break is honest.
Yeah, this is this hit a little too close.
Because it says break up, but it's really the I
It's-
want to break, not a break up.
I want a break.
Yeah.
No, she wants to break. She wants a break. I just need a break.
Yeah.
I think we should go on a break. What do you mean? Well, I want the comfort of you being there for me, but I also really want to hook up with this hot guy that I've been DMing lately. But if he realizes he
Fucking
doesn't want to
fuck.
be with me, then I want to go back to being exclusive with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it doesn't work
That
out.
seems cool.
Okay, see ya.
All right, sounds good. Babe, you're back.
Guys are such dicks.
Oh no.
The guy that I was DMing that said he just wanted to rail me didn't actually want to date me.
No.
Or
Oh.
his friends. Tyler, Jimmy, Jerry, Michael, Jake, Chad, Joseph, Braxton, Malcolm Kellner. That douchebag broke my heart.
Aw.
I think I made a huge mistake.
Babe, who would have thought the guy you just threw yourself at with almost no effort
No
on his
effort.
part wouldn't want to date you? So are we back to being exclusive?
You know, I think I'd like that. Wait, you didn't hook up with anyone, did you?
Of course not. I would never break your trust like that.
Okay, good.
Cool, I'm glad we're back to being just us.
Me too.
Hey,
Yeah.
I had a friend who his chick did the I think we should see other people to I don't know, see if we really want to be together or whatever. And you know, she was kind of a whale.
He got herpes. That's the end of the story.
No, he met this gorgeous blonde and started seeing her, and of course it broke this other girl's heart. And he's like, "But
you're the one who
you're the one that suggested this.
You're the one who wanted to go fuck around with 5 guys,
So,
have
sorry.
a good time. Yeah, fuck off."
And then now this dude is married and has like 4 kids with the girl that he went with, that he like found while they were seeing other people.
Yeah. I bet you dimes and donuts that chick was like, "Oh, I just want to see you."
Yeah.
And he went, "Really? All right, well that's cool.
Yep.
I'll just do that too."
Yep. All right.
That one.
So we only have history left. I guess we don't need to.
I know. Spin
the
it.
wheel.
Just spin it. See what it does. I just want to see if it actually spins.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, we didn't get a ding, 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 ding. History. Big
All right.
shocker.
Well, yeah, because there's no sections to ding, ding, ding. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Racist.
All right. We'll get the weekend history.
Comes to his end in the gutter, fitting climax to a life.
The first on the flank, get it started. It's fired and it's fired.
And of course, the week in history is brought to you by the historically best form of money there is, gold, which we should go back to. But you can still purchase gold, thankfully, and make it a part of your portfolio, especially for your retirement savings, hedge against inflation. By going to Noble Gold Investments, you can get there by checking out gold.mantoolsmedia.com or use that little QR code right there next to Eric. And, get a free gold IRA kit. All right. The week in his story. This week in his story. June 5th, 1916, President Woodrow Wilson signs a bill incorporating the Boy Scouts of America.
Well, it only lasted 100 years, and
yeah. And then went to shit.
Downhill fast.
Yep.
Downhill fast.
Let's see, June 16th, 1910. The first Father's Day is celebrated in Spokane, Washington.
God damn, women were hotter back then.
Yep. And dudes didn't even think about going anywhere without putting on, at the very least, a sport jacket.
We should bring that back.
No one went anywhere in flip-flops. No one went anywhere other than maybe for a jog in sweatpants.
Yeah, when you're working out or you're going to the beach.
Yep. All right. June 17th, 1994. Millions of Americans watch former football player O.J. Simpson facing murder charges drive his Ford Bronco very slowly through Los Angeles, followed by police. Yeah. June 18th, 1983, some her story. Sally Ride becomes the first American woman in space on the Challenger before it.
Part 1.
Went bad.
Notice her hair, everybody. Notice her hair. The new chicks can't figure out 0G with their hairdo. They're all just everywhere.
Well,
I know.
They used hairspray a lot back then.
Yeah.
Also, it looks like her head's right up against that control panel.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Or maybe she never went.
Dun, dun, dun. We've never been out to outer space.
Well, there's a shell over the Earth.
Yeah,
so how
you
could you?
can't get there.
Firmament. The firmament is firm. It's in the name.
Oh, I thought it was the meant. Not meant to go that way.
Let's see. June 19th, 1885. The Statue of Liberty arrives in New York City from France.
Oh my God, I just watched that Seinfeld. What do they do? Just mail it to us? I'm like, yes.
Well, kind of. Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Here's a bunch of pieces. Put them together.
Here. Well, ILIF came over, right?
I believe so, yeah.
And because, it was like the first IKEA, so they had some help from the shop.
He had to bring the Allen wrenches that fit.
So true. So true.
Let's see, June 20th, 1819. The paddle steam ship Savannah arrives in Liverpool, England after a voyage of 27 days and 11 hours. The first steamship to cross the Atlantic. Also, I found, once I saw a picture of this thing, to call it a steamship is a bit of a stretch. It's a sailing boat with some steam help. That's really what you've got going on.
Yeah. A little accoutrement.
It goes slightly faster than just a wind powered.
you know what? Realistically, what it really helped was with docking.
Sure. Yeah. Once you're
harboring.
Not once you can't rely on the wind. Yeah.
It was a really cool idea. The only thing is the paddles on the next ship, they fucked up so bad, and I can't remember the name of the shit. The Dauntless. Fuck, I can't. No, that's something else. Farragut, maybe, I don't remember, but they didn't have a differential. Fucking thing went.
Yeah.
Just snapped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once the currents got all wonky. I read about that in like 5th grade.
And then finally, June 21st, 1982, John Hinckley Jr. is found not guilty by reason of insanity for attempting to assassinate President Ronald Reagan. And he will spend the next couple of decades in a mental institution, then be released. And now he has a record label. He does songs.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, psychopaths who try to kill the president, or who is in charge of Spotify and all the music that you hear. People like that.
Well, that brings us.
I'm pretty sure David Geffen was the man on the grassy knoll.
He might have been. And the end of our show.
Well, that's sad times. But the happy times are local members. Our MANTOOLS at the movies. Bigorexia Part 2 is out. Also, get all of our members-only content for just $3 a month at mantoolsminions.locals.com. Check out our new whiskey label design, which I thought was fucking cool. It's right up here. It's the old number 2. Toxic masculinity. I need to get one of those by the weekend. I want to wear that on stage this weekend. For that and all of our merch, which is awesome quality, super cool stuff, guys. The if you haven't gotten your Harambe variant t-shirt yet, I highly recommend it. It goes over great at parties. That's at merch.mantoolsmedia.com. And get free shipping if you're in our Facebook group. You guys need to click on that and join. And 20% off if you're a Locals member. Thank you to all of our sponsors. You can find them at sponsors.mantoolsmedia.com. Thanks to you for watching wow, that was a bad read. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Thanks for watching and or listening. And please check us out on the web, on the internets at mantoolsmedia.com. And our social links are links.co/mantoolsmedia. That's it for this week. We will be back next week, same man time, same man channel, on Rumble, where we want to fight. Apparently.
That's right. Yes.
Screwed that up so bad. I did. Thought it was hilarious. Thanks, guys, for watching. Gil, yeah, maybe a couple crutches. I'm sure Carolyn could have used those a couple of months back.
Well, she still had her walker from the first time, so.
Oh well, they didn't give her.
Which we got at Goodwill, and didn't get it from the hospital. So, yeah. Well, good night, everybody.